except for one man. Knack, the Mickey Mouse, comes across the crease, grabs him, puts him in a headlock, and then wrestles him down to the ice. And as this is all going on, the entire arena falls silent. All you hear is, "Get off my goalie!"
It was literally I'm rewatching through Letterkenny right now, and it's literally when Riley and Jonesy are on the bench, and Shorty just goes, "Go to hell, tit fuckers!" And they're like, where the hell did Shorzy come from, dude?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Toon Talk, your number one beer league podcast in Flint, Michigan, brought to you by the Gooney Toons. Today's hosts, Garrett, Tim, Tyler, and Connor. Take it away, boys.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Toon Talk. This is episode 40.
Yep. Bill Ranford.
That's the Red Wing everyone thought you were going to say was Bill Ranford.
Yeah.
When did he play for the Wings, Tim?
Late 90s.
So right before the number 40 everybody was thinking of.
Don't know who you're talking about.
Yeah, you wouldn't. Henrik Zetterberg was after your time. That makes sense. What's going on, boys? Obviously, no Garrett tonight. We don't know. He said he's not coming, but he said that like the last 4 episodes, so he probably will pop in here at some point, and I'll have to reorganize everything again. But how we feeling, boys? 1-1 weekend, not bad, but I don't know.
Not happy, not upset. We're Aussie.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was that, Tim?
So.
Yeah. Quickly, we can recap. So a couple of us, myself and Ty included, went to the Wings Wild game on Sunday night. We had 6 of us. It was a good time. Good game.
Great time.
Good game. Cousin Eric got a little tuned up, but nothing wrong with that.
Garrett's cousin Eric.
Yeah. Garrett's cousin Eric. But no, it was fun. I mean, we had a great time. Wish the Wild would have won because
No, we don't.
I got verbally abused by some of my best friends for being a Wild fan at a Red Wings game.
That story checks out.
It was really, I got booed. I got hissed
As you should have.
it wasn't even that bad. I wasn't like first of all, I wasn't being obnoxious. If anybody, the most obnoxious person in our section was Eric, who every time
that's true.
Every time a Wings player would make a mistake, he would yell, "Trade them! Trade their ass!"
Rumor had that you guys had to go on a little adventure.
Yeah, we did.
And we also got Eric reverse booed. We got a group of people standing in a concession stand line to boo Eric on our adventure.
That is true. I'll throw the picture up right now. It was the second intermission, and we were just kind of hanging out. Got up to stretch our legs, and Eric said, "Hey, did you guys know that there's a WWE Championship belt here?" And we're like, "No." And he's like, "Yeah, you guys want to come see it?" And all 5 of us looked at him like, "No, we don't want to go see it." And he goes, no, come on, let's go see it. We're like, "No, dude, we're not going." And he starts walking, and he gets like 10 steps away. He's like, "Are you guys coming?" We're like, "All right, I guess if he's gonna go,
adventure.
We got to go." Yeah. So we walked like legit halfway around the rink, and we were on the second level concourse. We're walking around the rink, and he turns around and he goes, "Oh, boys, it might be on the first floor. I don't really remember." Like, are you fucking serious, dude? So we turn one more corner, and he was probably like 10 or 15 feet ahead of us, and he turns a corner, and then he turns back and looks at us, and his eyes are wide. He's got the biggest shit-eating grin on his face. He's like, boys. He starts like running through the concourse, which is full of people because it's during the intermission, and he goes, and it's like a display of championships from Joe Louis or whatever. So there's like an NBA championship replica and a Stanley Cup replica or whatever, and there, just amongst them, is just this gold, what you saw in the picture, gold WWE belt We all got a picture with it because, of course, we had to. But that might have been the highlight of Eric's night, if I had to guess.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I've never seen him so happy before. Just to be standing next to a WWE belt. But yeah, we barely got back to our seats in time for puck drop in the third period. But I don't want to say it was worth it because
But he got booed, so
That
He
is
did
true.
get- he
The
did-
boo
he
made
does-
it worth
he
it.
did
doesn't
get
get booed
booed.
if you guys don't
yeah,
go.
yeah,
so.
that's true. Yeah, watching strangers boo my cousin was actually pretty worth it.
Yeah.
One more thing. So obviously we are recording this the day after Halloween, but this weekend, I know you guys both had Halloween parties. How'd those go? I know what Ty was, and we'll get to that in a little bit. Tim, what did you dress up as?
I didn't dress up as anything. I was more or less. I went to the Firebirds game and I caught like the last hour of the party, so
So
it was more or less just to get there,
you
So anyone
went.
is a drunk hockey fan?
pretty much.
No,
There you
because he
go.
doesn't. No, I'll let you in a little secret, Ty. Tim doesn't drink when he goes to Firebirds games.
What? That
Mm,
is-
I do sometimes.
The games
Tuna
I
Can
have been,
Lewis has changed.
This year I have not.
I was gonna say the games that I've been to when you've been there, you have not had anything to drink. He just gets his little Pepsi and he sits in his seat. It's
I don't even know who you are.
It's actually very
anymore.
funny. It's actually very funny. I will say, I think Tim's daughter knows more about like the X's and O's of hockey than Tim does.
That's probably true.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just watching like the conversation, hearing the conversations that they have. He'll like kind of explain something to her, and she'll just look at him like, "What the hell are you talking about, dude? That's not right."
He
But
said it looks like they had butter on their sticks because I couldn't catch a pass. So.
that's like a Tim Lewis offspring chirp if I have ever heard one. Because that's not like a typical hockey chirp, but it also
No.
is like the perfect chirp for what I'm sure the Firebirds look like on Saturday night. Because they didn't look much better on Sunday.
No.
That's rough.
But
And speaking of her, she's selling candy bars, so I'm pulling the old Poon Patty, and I'll be bringing up some candy bars
Hey,
on
Poon
Sunday.
Patty's kids cleaned me out.
Yeah.
listen, if you look at this, okay, well, we're Halloween. Look at Poon Patty's kids; they got more than enough candy, and I don't. They must have used that pizza money for those costumes because I don't know what is Joe? Just a
I-
butcher man?
Is he supposed to be Mike Myers? Maybe. I don't know.
Oh, he doesn't have the orange ears on?
No, he's not the one with the orange
No.
ears on. Ty, I will say, when you guys told me where you were going to be, I was like, oh, that's a pretty good idea. The execution is phenomenal.
Oh well, thank
Absolutely phenomenal. You guys pulled it off perfectly.
you. Thank you. I will say Tavis was in peak Squirrely Dan condition. There is not a better person who can be Squirrely Dan than Tavis.
I'd have to imagine Tavis didn't have to buy any part of his costume. I'd have to imagine that he owned a pair of jean overalls and a flannel, like just probably multiple pairs of both.
That's probably a good observation. That's probably a typical Tuesday for Tavis.
And then I asked Ian if his jumpsuit was authentic, and he said, "No, I got it for $12 on Amazon." I was like, "Well, it looked really good."
It does.
Do I see?
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Yeah. Do I see tally marks on Ian's shirt there? Was he
Yes.
keeping track of something?
So as you can see there, Ian is working on beer 13 in this picture. Probably a little bit more beyond that. They're all pretty tuned up. So we actually went to this party after we went to the Red Wings game on Saturday night. So we were all feeling pretty good and had a pretty rowdy time.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys, it looked the Letterkenny look was perfect. Bobby, I guess Bobby was just a banana with a Gretzky jersey. Is that am I
That
missing
is
something?
correct. That is Wayne Bananas.
That's bananas.
Wayne Bananas. Okay. All right.
Best part about the costume is the backside. He taped out the Gretzky with duct tape and wrote bananas in a black Sharpie.
And I just want to be clear for all of our older listeners. That's not like a young person joke or anything, right? It's just Wayne Bananas.
Negative Ghost Rider. It is just Wayne Bananas.
All right. That's well. Then he pulled it. Then it seems like he did a pretty good job of being Wayne
Perfect
Bananas.
execution.
Yeah. Can't complain about that. And then, dude, Tim, you've known him longer than I have. Every year with these costumes, dude, it's just Grappin just cannot catch a break, man.
I mean, they got one hell of a scrapbook going.
It's incredible. It seems, and the funny thing is, it seems like every year he's got a mask on where you absolutely cannot make out his face. I don't know if that's like intentional on his wife's end or what, or maybe it's intentional on his end. He's like, I'll wear whatever you want me to wear, but just make sure no one can see my face in it.
I think he's trying to hide from Tim.
Yeah, probably. The problem is no one can hide from Tim.
No.
At least not online.
You
Yeah,
can run.
Look at those creepy little fingers.
Yeah.
Look at those creepy little fingers,
The
dude.
troll.
Oh my god. No, but the Grappin' Boys, I like the ninja costumes. That was always a classic. I was a ninja one year. Were you guys ninjas when you were little?
Oh yeah.
I don't think so, actually.
Oh, Ty.
I know.
Ty
Piece of
probably went.
garbage.
Ty probably went as like a hockey player, like 7
I
years in
did.
a row. Tim. Yeah,
I did.
yeah, I knew that.
That's pretty basic. Yeah.
I did too. The one year I played hockey and squirts.
I don't think I ever went as not at least not when I was little. When I was in college, I went as a hockey player like 3 years in a row.
Oh, see, look who's throwing stones at the glass house.
Well,
there.
hold on. I made like a cardboard Stanley Cup out of old pizza boxes and tinfoil, and then I
That's kinda cool.
put like a bowl, like a plastic bowl on top, so you could drink out of it. So
Well,
it was more.
it'd be cooler if you made it out of a keg, but
Well, that would be.
you're an adult.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to carry a keg around everywhere.
Well, it doesn't have to be a full keg.
I don't care how much I don't care if it's an empty keg. I'm still not carrying that around. You know how much a pizza box Stanley Cup weighed? Like 2.5 pounds.
Hey, you could have muscles like Tuna Can Lewis, but
No. I've
Yeah.
never had muscles like Tuna Can Lewis. Never. Although I will say I did see Tim on the flex cam at the Firebirds game the other night. So I think that'll be going up on the Instagram
Yep.
pretty soon. But yeah, good. Hope everybody had a happy Halloween. Everybody seemed like they got into the spirit of it.
I
Which
kind
is
of threw it out there Sunday. Perhaps maybe Gooney Tunes, both teams get together Halloween party.
Next
early
year,
October. Yeah, next year, early October before any other parties start.
I wouldn't be opposed to that.
I like that.
Mandatory have to dress up.
Well, yeah, if we're doing a Halloween party, you have to dress up. Do a little
I
costume.
really love that idea.
Do a little costume contest. I like that.
Yeah.
We talked about doing a Christmas party, but that always seems the problem with Christmas is everybody has so many family parties around that
Yeah.
time of the year. It's like
Yeah.
you'd have to like plan it for like the first weekend of December in order to have everyone be available. But yeah, I don't hate that. Tim, I'd like to thank you for volunteering to host a Gooney Tunes Christmas or a
Hey,
Halloween party. That
I'm
was
good
really
with
nice
that.
of you. That was really nice of you. I'm just now realizing I'm looking at the pumpkins on the
I
graphics
was going to bring
porch.
that up too.
Is one of those Pikachu? Is the one on the right Pikachu?
It definitely looks like it.
It certainly does to me too.
That's an awesome.
So is
pumpkin.
Grappin? Does he have a secret skill?
No, dude, Joey for sure did not do those pumpkins. There's no way. Just like he didn't buy that costume.
Well, the costume makes sense though.
Well, no,
You know,
hold on. No, hold on. The costume doesn't make sense because his wife is clearly Princess Leia and he's a stormtrooper. So how does that make sense?
Well, hear me out.
Okay.
Stormtroopers not necessarily known for their shooting.
That's it. All right. No, that's fair. That's fair. Stormtroopers can't hit a damn thing. All right. Well played, Tim. Well played. Tim, that might be the best joke of the night. I'm going to be honest with you. That's going to be a tough one to top. That's going to be a tough one to top. All right, boys. We will get into our game recaps. So first up, the B1 League. Big win, Ty. 5-1 over Friendly. It started out kind of how we expected. Tim, you weren't in the locker room before the game, so I'll just kind of let you know what's going on. So we have a handful of guys on both teams. It's men's league. Nobody wears, some of the guys don't wear shoulder pads, myself included. Just there's no contact. You don't really need to worry about it. And Reader is one of those guys. He doesn't wear shoulder pads. So we're getting ready. We're getting ready to go out. And I look over and he's putting on a pair of, or like a lacrosse chest protector shoulder pads. There's no like actual like shoulder guard.
Right.
It's like a chest protector or whatever from lacrosse. And I was like, dude, what are you doing? He's like, dude, we're playing Friendly tonight. And I was like, motherfucker, we're not going to war. We're playing a men's league hockey game. Like you're not
He's putting war paint on.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
and Ty was on my other side, and you would have legit thought Tyler and Reader thought we were going in, like we were in like a Chinook going into Vietnam, the way they were like getting ready, like getting amped up. Reader goes, dude, I've been nervous for this game all week. I hate these games. I was like, boys, we're playing a beer league hockey game.
Probably a good thing you had him on though, because I seen him get mauled and taken down in the corner.
Oh, come on. That was
that was pretty bad.
There wasn't anything to that.
We had a front row view. I was standing there with Mr. Temple. DFP,
Bob, big Bob,
Mr. T, as we call him.
Yeah.
I think it's Big Bob and Little Bob is what we're gonna start going with.
Big Bob, Little Bob, I like that.
Yeah. But it wasn't that bad. But no, it was just very funny to see because obviously I didn't play last week when we played these guys. So
you probably would have had shoulder pads on too.
Nah, I tried that 2 weeks ago. I cut the shoulders off my actual hockey shoulder pads, thinking I would just wear the chest protector.
Wow.
I put them on. Put my jersey on, and I was like, nah, I can't move in this shit. So I just took them right back off. If I get a slap shot to the chest, there's like maybe 2 guys in this league that could hurt me. So I'm really not that worried about it.
And I'm on your team, so
yeah, well, no, that's what I'm more worried about is the guys on my team hitting me. We're being honest.
That's a good point. There are some pretty wild shots in this team. Not me, of course.
No, definitely.
I always hit the net. I always hit the net.
Yeah, always hit the net, Versa. That's what they call you.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, I mean, it was like we said, it was a close game. I mean, we scored 1 goal in the first 2 periods, and I don't think our goal was until with 12 seconds to go in the second period.
Yeah, it was pretty late.
Right. So
it was a pretty tight game.
It was a good game. They only have 2 or 3 guys that are really bad. They're just, like your typical beer league assholes. So once we kind of phase them out, and I will say the big thing is that we didn't let their chippiness affect how we played.
Right.
We played our game. We moved the puck. We got scoring chances, and eventually they paid off. Sartor played really well, made a couple of really big saves that kept us in the game. And then kind of, as you can see, once the floodgates open there at the end of the second, beginning of the third period, we started to pour it on. And boy, I've never seen a team celebrate so loudly when they scored a goal.
We erupted.
I mean, it got loud. Boys were banging their sticks on the boards. It was, I had to tell them after the 4th goal, we were up 4-1 with probably 5 minutes to go. I was like, all right, boys, let's just calm it down a little bit. All right. I need to work tomorrow. I don't need to get in a fight.
Yeah.
Because you guys are being a little bit obnoxious when you're scoring, but it was all right for the most part.
It was almost as loud as when we won our first franchise, or we got our first franchise win.
Tim, I actually haven't heard that story. Could you tell me how we ended up winning that game?
I mean, some people had to step up.
Who specifically had to step up?
We don't need to get into details.
Oh, okay.
We're all team guys.
Yeah.
Are you there, boys? What's going on? I must have disconnected. So
you pulled the Ian Crampton.
No, so I was saying, it was good to see the boys stick together, celebrate. It was really nice. Bobby had obviously our first 2 goals. Nice to see him get on the score sheet after I know he was getting a little bit frustrated after what he was calling a slow start. I don't think anybody else thought he was playing badly.
No.
So far in the season, he just, sometimes you play well and you the puck just doesn't find its way into the net for you. There are other guys there are other guys on other teams who are both not playing badly and also not finding the puck in the net, but we'll get to that later.
Bobby with a nice tip for one of his goals. I think it was the first one.
It came 15 seconds after he went to tip one and just stopped the puck directly on his stick. I was like, oh no. But no, it was a great tip. He got excited, and that definitely gave us a little bit of juice, because you could tell we were kind of just starting to kind of running on empty there for the first 2 periods. Nothing was going in. And that was one of those games where if they had scored the first goal, there's a definite chance that they would have won that game, because I think it would have taken a little bit of the wind out of our sails.
Yeah.
So we definitely needed to get that first one.
Yeah, you're definitely right there.
Let me see what else from that game.
Johnny Hockey had a really nifty
potential goal of the year candidate for Johnny Hockey there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a nifty little dangle for 3 guys and then a roofie. Yeah. Yeah, it was a nice little goal. I tell you what, I feel like we say this every time, but I said it again this week. I was like, I would absolutely despise playing against Johnny. He is
absolutely
the most annoying person to play against in beer league. So
Just a
I'm
little
very,
mad
I'm
out
very,
there.
very glad that he's on our team. But the plug bucket went to Johnny Foley. He went behind the net with the puck, fell, and then somehow the puck came right out front, and the guy like had a chance. Brandon made a great save, and then I will say he did make up for it because he like threw his body in like in front of the net to block a shot. We had like Brandon was down, Foley was down, Leslie was down. We had like a pile of bodies in front of the net blocking pucks. But that was when it was
0-0 still.
yeah, that was when it was 0-0
Yeah.
still. Yeah, because that would have been in the second period. So yeah, that would have been a 1-0 lead for them if those guys. So
Little game changer.
yeah, but he did accept it. He accepted the plug bucket. He was like, yeah, that was definitely a pluggy play. So
Yeah.
and then like we talked about, Bobby, first 2 goals, got the game going, was crowned Sir Duke of Goonington. I think pretty much unanimously by the locker room. And I think we had a couple of the Uckleys grab him for an interview after. So we will throw it over to them. We'll see in a little bit. Take it away, boys.
Cuckley here.
Buckley.
All right, Mr. Bobby, king shit, king of the game.
King shit.
So how do you feel about that game?
Pretty good. It was good to kick their ass because last week we played them. Left a little sour taste in our mouth last week. But this week felt pretty good. 5-1. Yeah, we mucked the Barnes.
All right, just one quick question from Buckley. Favorite Teletubby?
Probably the yellow one. I don't know the names though, but yeah,
Alright.
the yellow one.
Follow-up question from Cuckley.
Okay.
How do you feel after last night's performance at the Halloween party at Mr. Ian Crampton's?
You know, not that good from the boys' perspective. Going to bed pretty early, but damn, that moonshine was pretty tasty.
That's good.
All right. So, maybe don't eat the audio equipment, Bobby, because we paid a lot of money for those microphones.
Yep.
And I know they look tasty, but we're going to have to take that out of your team. Or we're going to have to add that onto your bill next year if you're going to eat all of our microphones. So
It's his last warning.
it's his first and it's his only warning.
Yep.
Everybody gets one. Everybody gets one bite out of a microphone.
Yeah.
One bite. Everybody knows the rules.
That's
Yeah.
right. All right. We'll hop over to the B2 game.
Oh wait, we don't want to discuss Mickey Mouse appearance.
Mickey Mouse.
Oh,
appearance.
at the end of the game.
Oh, I forgot about
Yeah.
that, Ty.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I
Whoops.
put
Rewind.
I forgot to put that in my game notes. Yeah, Ty, go ahead. Take it away.
So at the end of the game, they were pretty aggressive in Sartor's crease, and obviously Sartor.
If there's
We
one
know him.
goalie who does
Yes.
not take that,
We know him, we love him, but he's a hothead, and when he loses it, he loses it. So a guy came into his crease pretty good, gave him a little tap, so Sartor slashed him, and then he turned around and he slashed Sartor, and that's the end of it. That was the end of it right there. Except for one man. Knack, the Mickey Mouse, comes across the crease, grabs him, puts him in a headlock, and then wrestles him down to the ice. And as this is all going on, the entire arena falls silent. All you hear is, "Get off my goalie!"
It was literally I'm rewatching through Letterkenny right now, and it's literally when Riley and Jonesy are on the bench, and Shorty just goes, "Go to hell, tit fuckers!" And you're like, where the hell did Shorzy come from, dude? That's literally what it sounded like. Like the whole arena is quiet, and you just hear, "Get off my goalie, bud!" And it's just like. So yeah, needless to say, Knack is going to be getting a lot of shit for that in the next couple of weeks. So, oh yeah, I'd forgotten about that. I forgot about that. Put that in the game notes. Check the game notes, bud.
Yep.
All right. Anything else about the B1 game?
That's everything from me.
Good win. That
Yep.
is a huge win. Confidence booster. Good comeback win or bounce back win. Nice to see the boys get it done.
Yeah.
The B2 game.
Mm.
You know what? I put this in. I think that was probably our best played game of the year. Like lineup top to bottom, everybody considered. Everybody skated hard. Everybody played pretty well. I mean, obviously we had some guys that didn't play great, but for the most part, everybody played well. Everybody made good plays. We just never really got any bounces. We had 3 penalties called against us, none of which should have been penalties.
That's
And
true.
we didn't get a single power play the whole game. So I don't really know how that goes. I mean, they were like ticky-tack. I mean, Tim, when Tim gets a penalty called against him, he turns into Timmy tantrums. It's crazy. Like Tim gets as mad when he gets a penalty called against him as like I do when somebody misses a pass. He like, and in Tim's defense was a bad call. You stick lifted a guy and he lost control of his stick and you got like what did they even get you for?
Hooking.
Okay, so they get,
What?
so that's, Well, because they can't give him a slashing because he went from underneath.
I thought they call him a slash.
So if he had come down on top and slashed the stick out,
Yeah.
like not that's
That's
a
a
slash.
slash, yeah.
But if you go up the other way, that's not a penalty. That's
Yeah,
just
I don't-
that's just stick lifting a guy that's bad at hockey and him losing his stick. Like I've done that to Tim more than a couple times. But so yeah, Tim got really upset. He was fuming in the box, started chirping the refs, which Tim, I will reiterate, is never the right decision. Don't chirp the refs. Nothing good will ever come from you bitching at the refs. I promise.
Sometimes it feels good.
All right. Well, I guess
I will give him that. I will give him that.
All right, fair. I guess if it makes you feel better, just so long as you don't hurt the team any more than you already have by taking a 2-minute timeout, which, to be fair, they did score on your penalty, Tim. And that honestly, Ty, that made Tim even madder.
Oh, really?
when they scored on that penalty, he like went out of the like slammed the door of the penalty box. Like, that's fucking bullshit. We got to give a huge shout out to Lou.
Yes.
Stood on his head. I mean, that was by far Lou's best game of the year.
Definitely.
Some
Definitely.
Unreal saves. Like there was one, it was like a 4-on-1 and he made a save. Like a multiple like breakaways where he made the save. He 100% kept the game as close as it was and gave us like, even a chance to win. What else? You guys got anything about this while I'm looking at my notes?
Poon Patty with a nice assist.
Yeah, that was
Yes,
a really
that was true.
That was a really good assist. Yeah, that was honestly just a good shift from them, from Garrett and Joe. They like cycled the puck behind the net, like which was surprising to me because that's not something we normally do. And then got their guys down deep. Embry came off after Ty made a change, fresh legs, just put one in the bottom corner. Yeah, it was a nice little play. Garrett talked a lot of shit last week about being the best, scorer or whatever on the team. He got a third assist. So like he got a point. So he maintains that lead. But I mean, I don't know how many chances he wanted to score a fucking goal.
That was, yeah.
I mean,
Especially
it
at
was
the end of the game.
brutal. I don't know who he thinks he's turned into after he's like the leading point scorer on the team.
Pete Weber.
I mean, he took so much time with the puck. He like tried to wait the goalie out instead of just getting the puck off your stick. Like there aren't many goalies in this league that are good enough to like make a sliding save on you on like a cross crease play. Like just get the puck off your stick and chances are it's probably going to go in the net.
If they do, tip your cap.
Yeah, exactly. If you do, like Lou like made one of those saves on Sunday night and the whole the cheering section went crazy for him. So, but I mean, man, oh man, listen, and I'll just say this. If you want to be treated like a superstar and you want to act like a superstar, you better start to fucking perform like a superstar, Garrett. Put the puck in the net, do your fucking job, or shut the fuck up about it. That's all I'm going to say.
Hey, segue to our next interview.
Oh, is Eric's cousin Garrett? Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
So,
Eric's cousin Garrett.
I mean, obviously, because he had all these scoring chances and we lost 3-2, Garrett was given the gong gauntlet. Eric's cousin Garrett was given the gong gauntlet. So I think it was just Buckley this time.
I believe so.
All right. I can't keep these fucking guys straight. So Buckley had a nice little post-game interview with Garrett.
He's getting better.
It would be impossible for him to get worse.
That's very true. But
yes. So take it away, Fuckley.
All right, Fuckley here with Eric's cousin. Tough game, tough loss against Surgical. Thoughts on the game?
You know, I just felt like I was skating with 10-pound cinder blocks on my feet, so I definitely wasn't back checking. Couldn't turn, couldn't do shit. So well earned.
Tyler at the end of the game couldn't win a face-off when we needed it. Any thoughts on that?
Actually, I probably should have stepped in there and taken one. I kind of have a track record for doing something, and that's face-offs. But tonight I couldn't do shit.
All right, one final question. What's your favorite element on the periodic table?
Definitely Uranus.
All right, so I don't know where Garrett took chemistry, but Uranus isn't an element. So I don't know. Maybe he just
had Uranus on the mind.
Just couldn't stop thinking about Fuckley's butt, which I mean, I don't know.
Rumor on the street is Fuckley has a nice butt.
Yeah, he's got it. He's got a donk.
Yeah.
He's got a big
dump
donk
truck back there.
Yeah. little dumpy Fuckley. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It was one of those games. I mean, this was one of those games where we played well, they played well, they capitalized on one more chance than we did.
Yep.
So it is what it is.
It's a good game.
Yeah. Tough
It was a good game. I wish one of our other, I mean, I kind of wish Garrett was on the show because I just shit on him, but also like the Fridlines are on top, baby. 1 and 2
that's
for
true.
the Fridlines. What up, what up, what up? So
where's Eric?
Yeah.
Oh.
we don't talk about Garrett's cousin Eric.
Yeah, we don't. 2 out of 3 is okay. All right, we're not going to get greedy.
Yeah, Eric's below me.
He to be fair, Tim, he's played like 3 less games than you.
Got to show up to score.
And apparently, apparently if some people show up, they still don't score. Bice has been to 1 game and he has a point. So I mean, I don't know. Maybe if Tim doesn't show up, then he will score. We'll see how that goes.
I don't know.
Let's try. Maybe we should try that this week. To maybe don't show up. I'm trying to think if I should tell Tim I'll give him a point if he doesn't play this week.
Guess we'll just show up to drink.
Would that be worth it for the team?
I'm healthy scratched. I still got to show up, but I can't play.
And also, would Tim take that deal?
No,
I don't know.
You wouldn't take the deal if I said I give you. What if I gave you a goal, not just an assist?
No,
it's not worth it.
No,
Tim's growing up. He's bigger than stats, Connor.
No, first of all, no, he's not. He absolutely is not. If I know anything about Tim, is that he is not bigger than stats.
All right, yeah, that's true.
But
watch out, I'm streaky. When I get that first goal.
Yeah, then he might get 2 more the rest of the season.
Some would say that's a streak.
Streaky.
Yeah.
Streaky. Speaking of streaks, when we get to the Gooney streak, we got to talk about somebody. Thank God he's not here, but that's a little tease for everybody. All right, anybody got anything else about either one of these games? Nope.
No, not
nothing.
Really.
Not a bad week. Like I said, both teams played well. One of the teams had a better result than the other team. So sometimes that happens.
Yeah.
Next up, we have some Goody grades. And this week we are doing Mr. Joe Reeder for both teams. So on the left will be the B1 team. On the right will be the B2 team. We have Garrett's grades. He was kind enough to send them in beforehand. So the B1 game, Reeder got an A. Our first ever A on the Gooney grades.
He played extremely well.
He played well.
He did.
Lockdown D. And like Tim, you were talking before, that little scuffle in the corner definitely could have been one of those things where if he had turned and like slashed the guy back, he might have got a penalty. They might have both got penalties, but he kept his cool. Cooler heads prevailed. Nothing escalated, and he just kind of took it in stride.
Got a couple points. Drew a penalty.
2 apples. Yep.
Yeah. Drew a penalty.
Shut down.
He had a really solid game. So yeah, just definitely deserved A. The B2 game was, I think, an hour and a half after the B1 game, so we had a little bit of a break. That's a B for Mr. Reeder. Tim, you gave him a C.
That's a little harsh, Tim.
That I thought so too, because he also had an assist. I will say, so I went back to I went back to the tape to do the points or whatever, and my goal. So JB is behind our net. He throws a saucer pass to Reeder coming out of the penalty box. Reeder skates down the right boards, takes a slap shot. It misses the net high, wide left, and it wraps all the way around the boards. Tim goes to reach for it, misses it. I pick up the puck, go in and score. So Reader and JB both got assists on a goal that like I scored by picking the puck up at center ice.
I saw
You
that on
probably
the
didn't
score
zoom
sheet. I
in
was
and
like,
see
what the
that I
hell?
nicked it. with
No,
my stick.
I know for a fact you didn't touch it because I remember the puck. I remember skating up to the puck and being like, I swear to God, if Tim touches this fucking puck, I'm gonna lose it. But yeah, C, you gave the boy a C, Tim. What the hell?
I didn't realize he got that assist, but he looked a little tired out there. He played a little bit better than Eric.
Yeah, I
You're
was
comparing Joe Reader to Eric.
gonna.
right now.
That's brutal.
Week 3, Eric. I mean, but I guess everybody's playing better than week 3, Eric. But I don't know.
Tim, I don't know how I feel about you making Gooney grades your personal vendetta against Eric
Yeah.
segment. I don't hate it. I don't love
He
it.
wasn't, he was in the penalty box. He was yelling and, wasn't being very encouraging
you.
to the team.
So what's your grade? What's your personal grade?
Where have I seen
I
that?
wasn't graded this week.
Where have I seen that before? I will say the only reason he didn't get an A- from me was he took the shortest shifts of all time. After the game, he goes, "Yeah, I started vaping again this week, and I think I've got to quit again because he was my D partner, and then JB and Grappin were D partners, and I think I played as much with JB as I did with Reader in our game. It seemed like every time Reader and I would go out, Reader would change like 30 seconds into our shift, and I would look over and I'd be like, "What the hell's JB out here already? We've been on the ice for 20 seconds." So maybe mix a little bit of cardio in, Joe, and lay off the vape, and I think you'll be all right.
Great advice, Connor.
What can I say? What was this? What is that, Tim?
P90X, baby.
Oh my God.
Jesus.
We're not. Hold on. We'll check up. How's it going?
Pretty good. 9 days in.
9 days. Have you been doing all night? You've done everything all 9
Yep.
days? The
Yep.
yoga and
Yoga?
everything?
So I don't have the yoga video, so I just did the cardio video instead.
Whoa, nice.
Tim.
Nice. Let's go, Wild. Hell yes. Hell yes. Sorry, we're watching the Wild game. It is. Deal with it. All right. So yeah, solid week from Joe. Oh, who are we doing next week?
What are
The game times are staggered. So we could do either me or Ty if we wanted to.
Do you want to do back to back like that, or you want to do somebody different?
We can do somebody. We can do.
Let's do something different.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because the next 2 weeks we'll be able to do something different, and then the week after that, we can do one of the two of us again. So what about? Let me pull up the roster here.
So I'm thinking for B2, Garrett got the Gooney glove. Maybe he has something to prove the next week.
Ooh, I like that.
All
right. All right, we'll do Garrett for the B2 team. B1. Let's see. Who do
How do you
we
feel about
want?
Cody?
Want to do Cody?
Yeah,
I was gonna say Cody or Johnny, but we can do Cody.
beautiful. Because we got the late game this week, right? So John's a 50-50 ball.
Is it the late one? Is it
I
9:45?
think it's 9:45 this week.
I thought it
We'll
was
check that.
6:45 and 8:45. No, I don't think we had the late game in 2 weeks because the following week, the 13th, we have 9:45 and 10. That's one of the over.
Oh, you're right. 5:45 against Johnson and Wood.
Yeah, I think it's like 5:45 and 8:45 for our 2 games
Yeah.
this week.
B2's at
Well, okay.
8:45.
So John might miss because he might still be working. I don't know if he's working this week or not.
All right.
So
All right, so confirm, but more
Yeah.
likely than not, Cody will be there. All right, so we'll plan on Cody and we'll plan on Garrett next week
beautiful.
for the Gooney
So
grades.
can we give Johnny a heads up and do him the following week so he can at least
Yeah,
try and make
For
it?
sure. Yeah, for
I mean,
sure.
yeah, we can. Yeah. It's just one of those things where a couple of the guys
If-
on the B1 team are going to be tough because they've got kind of crazy work schedules on Sundays.
Yeah.
So, and worst case scenario, we say we're planning on doing John, then we'll just have a backup plan if
I
we
like that too.
if he doesn't show up or whatever. So, all right, so Cody and Eric's cousin Garrett next week for
Yeah.
Gooney grades. All right, next up we have. So, what's your excuse? I don't know if I know any of these guys. Well, I know a couple. I know Ian is on the mend. Says he's
Yep.
feeling better. Which
Got
is
the
good.
MRI.
Yep.
He did get the MRI.
We're still waiting on results, correct?
I believe so.
Correct. So hopefully we have those soon. But he says he's feeling a lot better, which is a good sign.
He's still limping the same, so I don't know if that's true, but
I think he's limping a little bit better.
Well, did you see the bionic leg he had on in the locker room?
I did
Yeah.
see that. That brace is definitely helping. John and Eric, 10 o'clock game. That's a little late for them. I can kind of understand it. I will say, however, Eric was in town on Saturday and he went back up to Midland because he forgot his equipment in Midland. So that feels
tough look from
of,
Garrett's cousin Eric.
That feels kind of fishy to me.
Yep, Phil better hand that fish over.
Yeah, his omega 3s.
Tom, 10 o'clock is way past his
Sleeping
bedtime.
Beauty's not gonna make a 10 o'clock game.
No chance. Don't know what Phil and Bice had going on.
Bice was in Boston.
Okay, Bice was in sure. Love Boston. I'm a huge fan of Boston. Been there one time and it was an awesome weekend. Well, Phil, I think we knew Phil was going to be gone the next couple weeks.
Yeah.
I don't remember why, but I think he told us he was going to be gone. Ty, what's going on with this Diener kid, dude?
Man, I'm so sick and tired of beating this dead horse.
Does he even hockey?
At what point do I take him off this because he's just not on the team anymore? I mean, I know he paid. He paid.
We had this discussion last year with John. He paid.
Let's see. What's the weather supposed to be like this weekend? If it's not golf weather, he'll be there. But if it is golf weather, we won't see him.
It'll be golf weather for this week, I believe.
I think it's supposed to be nice during the week, but I think Sunday is when it's supposed to turn. Did Kaprizov
well,
score?
Maybe there's a chance.
Let's go. 97. Let's go. Kaprizov scored. Sorry.
Obnoxious.
I'm watching the Wild game. What do you want from me? We're recording during a Wild game. It's gonna happen. There he is.
Nice muscles, Tim.
There he is.
Tim,
all right,
I mean,
Diener's got to figure this shit out.
Yeah, I don't know. There's enough said. Called him out brutally for the last 5 weeks. He's not showing.
You're just beating a dead horse.
Yeah, it is. And I will say, since we picked up Lesnu, that's been a huge plus since Diener's basically just out.
Definitely.
Yeah. So while we're on, what's your excuse? I think we have a demotion coming.
Demotion?
Yeah. Yep. No super fan Greg.
Oh, yeah.
I think he gets demoted to just fan Greg.
Maybe.
I honestly, if he doesn't show up next week, he's just going to be Greg.
I knew
Greg.
if I had known we were allowed to do that, I would have demoted him like 3 weeks ago to just fan Greg, and I would have already demoted him out of being a fan.
It's his first year being a super fan. I'll give him that.
All right, I agree, but how many times has he canceled on Garrett, where he said he was going to come and then just canceled on him last minute? That's kind of what irks me more than anything. I understand you have things to do, things come up, things happen, but if 2 or 3 weeks in a row, you're like, yeah, hey man, I'll go. And then on Sunday afternoon, you're like, hey, I'm out. That's not really what a fan would do, Greg.
Yeah. That's not what a fan would do. And that's especially not what a super fan would do.
Oh yeah. No, he's for sure lost his super fan moniker.
Yeah.
100%.
He's just
100%.
fan Greg right now.
Fan Greg.
I don't even know
should we just demote him to Greg?
That feels like a really mean thing to say. Like, hey man,
and if he misses next week, he's just Reg.
Yeah,
he just starts losing letters.
Start taking away letters.
He's just Gree.
Luckily for him, I think he has a long last name or longer. So, but
it's gonna be it's gonna be a real shame if he's just hey guy.
Yeah.
by the end of the season.
I'm pretty sure Mega Fan DFB has been to more games than Greg.
Mega Fan. I love that. Mega Fan and Big Bob have definitely been to more games than Greg.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. They're the true super fans. Mega Fan DFB.
That's so stupid.
That sounds like a superhero villain or some shit.
It does.
Oh boy.
I mean, hopefully his ankle bracelet comes off this week and
I think from what I could tell, he seemed like he was a little bit more behaved this week.
himself. My mom was very impressed. It sounds like the ankle bracelet might come on.
Excellent. I'm glad
to be determined, but
yeah.
Seems like he's working in the right direction.
Yeah. He only had 3 beers. Beers.
DFB gets final say.
I will
TFB
say
gets final say.
there was one moment in between games where in the locker room and Ty goes, "Hey, have you seen my dad?" And Ian just looks at him and just goes, "Nah, dude, we lost him." And then, I was like, "What do you mean you lost him? How do you lose DFB?" We're like walking on the ice, and here he comes in the stands. I was like, "Where the hell did you go?" They said they lost you. He's like,
Yeah.
So, all right. Next up, we have something we said we were going to try and do a couple weeks ago, but we weren't necessarily able. But it's around the league. So the league has been scrambled and reorganized and jumbled and more than a couple times this year. We are hoping that this is the last time they'll do it. These are the final divisions. Instead of doing 3 leagues of 8, they have 4 leagues of 6. So we have a B1.
I appreciate that from them.
Yeah, I bet you do. You love holding over the fact that you and Ty are both B players every year when they do B1 and B2. That's your sick, twisted little small joy in life. But yeah, so I mean, if you look at these scores from last week, there was one close game, and it was our game against Surgical. Every other game was a blowout.
Wow.
And I don't know if that's going to be the case for the whole season, but I know for a fact Scott's Barber and even though we played them tight, Surgical are going to be 2 really good teams.
Yeah.
I will say. So CNS beat Family PT. CNS had 7 skaters. So
how the turntables.
It felt like really nice to watch Family PT lose to 7 guys like they did last week to us. They beat us last week. So yeah, it was nice. But yeah, boys, any thoughts about the restructure or dangerous teams or whatever? Like I said, they took probably the 6 best teams in B1 or in B and kept them in B1, and then they moved the 2. I mean, I guess the 2 worst teams, but I don't even think they're the 2 worst teams. I just think they're 2 teams they picked, or maybe they asked or something, and moved them down to the old C League, and then took the 2 worst C League teams and moved them down in the division. Yeah. So that's kind of how we find ourselves here.
Dependable dropping a 12 bomb.
Yeah, it was. I watched the highlight. It was a bloodbath. It was like 10-4 with like 8 minutes to go in the third. So like the whole third period was just like not really any defense. Nobody was really trying. Yeah, it was a little. I don't know if Center Road I lost some guys after their championship last year or what's going on, but they do not.
Still early. They'll figure it out.
I'm sure they will. But yeah, I mean, Misfits with the big showing. Scott's Barber kind of worked, kind of gave it to Mercino, which I think we all expected. Like I said, I think they're probably going to be the team to beat in the B2 league. Yeah. They've got, I think some of CNS's best players plus a handful of other good players that weren't playing on that team before. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. How you guys feel about the Family PT rematch this week?
So we had an opportunity to talk with them at the bar after the game on Sunday. So they're very much looking forward to our little rematch here. So it should be a fun game.
I will say, I think our average age is just a little bit older than their youngest player.
Yes,
if I'm correct. I think the average age of our team. What did we figure out? What did we figure it was, Tim?
31.
31.17, I think.
And I think they said their youngest player is 30.
Repeating, of course.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
You know he's an accountant.
All right. No, that's a Leroy Jenkins joke right there. Oh my God, what a nerd. But yeah, no, I think that's going to be a good game, especially because we're gonna have the full roster there. 8:45 game. I think we'll be all right. But yeah, then Johnson and Wood, who've been struggling a little bit, so we gotta make sure we can capitalize.
Keep our eyes out there, or keep our eyes open. Take it to them.
Yep, for sure.
Give him the wood.
Door.
See, he makes a good joke, Ty, and then he just immediately after kills it with a horrible joke.
It's like Embry said when we were at the Red Wings game. He hates the fact that Tim's the funniest guy on the team.
But here's the thing about Tim, and we're gonna pretend like he's not here for just a second. So Tim, just close your ears and shut the fuck up. He's not funny when he talks. He's only funny when he can make memes. He's not funny outside of, and we don't know who runs the Instagram. We know there are a couple of contributors to the Instagram. that's like the only time he's ever funny.
That's true.
So
I've never
I mean,
seen my dad cackle than when looking at a Timmy Lewis meme.
a TL original on the Gooney Tunes, which by the way, Gooney Tunes Instagram, go give it a follow.
Yep.
There is nothing but top tier content on that Instagram. If you like super niche inside jokes making fun of only Gooney Tunes players,
You'll love
that is your one-stop shop for anything. Tim, so I don't have an Instagram, so I don't know exactly what you post. Do you ever post anything about the podcast?
I'll post that it's up every Thursday.
Okay, all right. So I'll be honest, that's more than I thought you did.
Yeah.
All right, that's fair.
The rest of it's all memes.
It's one actual content post a week and 95% memes. Which that's par for the course for us.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Last but not least, we have a little Goonie streak action. And this is what I was talking about earlier, guys. Garrett is the Grim Reaper of the Goonie streak. He has picked somebody who has scored a point the previous week every single time for the last 5 weeks, and they have not scored a point. So if Garrett picks you,
I don't know, Connor, you're throwing stones at the glass house there. I see that little red box over there on my name. I'm just saying, I hit that crossbar pretty hard.
Listen, I made it known that I was doing mine out of spite. So
That's
I
true.
feel like
it was
I
the
should
spite factor. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
I feel like I should be exonerated.
Right,
While Garrett,
you made a good justification right there. Hands off.
Garrett has been trying to pick people that he wants to score. And because literally, if you go down, every person that he picked scored the week before he picked them. I went back and I did the numbers. He was like, yeah, no, Tim had a point last week. Tim, you're going to keep it going. You'll definitely get one this week. Nope. Not even close. So, I mean, hope and pray, or maybe just slip Garrett like a $5 on Sunday. Like, hey, Garrett, can you not pick me for Gooney Streak this week? that might work. But all right. So Ty, you won last week. You were the overall winner. So we're gonna have give me a second to write these down. You are gonna go first this week. What do you got?
We're gonna do a little experiment right here. So you picked Tim on a spite. Tim scored. Garrett picks Tim because Tim had a point. Tim doesn't score. So I'm gonna pick Tim again, and we're gonna see if it's just Garrett or if it's Tim is cursed.
Ooh.
So are you picking Tim because you want him to score, or are you picking him out of spite?
Because I want Tim to score, so we can prove that Garrett is the Grim Reaper.
Okay, no, that's fair.
This will be the ultimate test, I would say.
I have faith in you.
I don't like how we're just like letting it slide that Tim's just not scoring points and like we're blaming it on other people as if it's not his fault.
Well, no, because you picked him and you picked him. He scored.
No, but here's the thing. No. I picked him and he scored to spite me.
Maybe he does better under support. We'll find out right now.
Because to be fair, my pick was not in support of Tim scoring a point. My pick was in the hopes that Tim wouldn't score a point, and then he got a point to spite me. I think
that's a good point. I'm gonna stick with it, and I'm gonna go supportive, just like I did last week, because I went and you spited me. I didn't score. I picked you out of friendship. You scored me a point.
Good vibes only.
Yeah, I had a nifty little dangle goal. Yeah, that's true. I had forgotten about that. Thanks for bringing that back up.
You're welcome.
Tim, who you got this week? With probably the longest odd pick of the year, Poon Patty.
Yeah,
nice little assist. Yeah,
early in the game, I got back to the bench and Tim's celebrating. I'm like, what the hell is Tim? And I go, oh, this motherfucker, that was his Goonie streak.
Yeah. Tim jumps over the board and says, "Streak's still alive."
I'm gonna complete the friendship hug, and I'm picking Tyler B2.
B2 Tyler.
Hell yeah.
Right. All right, so I have Garrett. I have Garrett's pick, and once again, Garrett has gone for this guy got a point the last game he played. Let's see if he can do it again. Garrett has picked Mike Bice for the Goonie streak this week.
I like it.
So Bice has got one game played, and he has a point in that game, and
goal per game.
Goal per game. That's all right. Let me see. I have not picked a single B1 player yet, so I think I'm gonna break that this week.
You got to do something different.
Well, So here's the problem: is that I said I was going to do this spite thing, and then it actually Ty didn't score. So you know what? We're going to do the spite thing again. I'm picking Bobby.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah, Bobby. Bobby was chirping me. He keeps beating my ass in bubble hockey. I'm tired of his shit. Suck it, Bobby.
Are you sure
pick.
you don't want to pick Diener? You can still change. We'll allow it if you want to pick Diener.
Nah, that feels too dirty. That feels too dirty.
Yeah.
That feels too dirty. All right, let me write this down. All right. Done. Bobby, it's written. It's been written in stone. It is decided.
It has been decided.
All right. I don't think anybody's gonna fucking beat 5 by Tybe, Tim. I just don't think. Well, we got it. Someone's. I mean, like he picked Ian the 2 of the 3 weeks he fucking played.
I'm
dude.
not saying I'm Nostradamus, Connor.
You know what this Tim,
But-
Tim, you know what? Fucking conspiracy theory here. Ty got his 2 Ian picks out of the way really early.
And then got him hurt.
And then got him hurt, so we couldn't pick him for the rest of the year. This
Wow,
fucking
we're
little,
going there.
this
We're
little, this
going there
dirty,
right now.
this dirty little fucking dog played us like a fiddle, Tim. Ooh, let me pick Ian 2 of the first 3 weeks on both teams. Hey, Ian, come and sub for my Troy team. Oh, buy Ian's ACL.
What's that meme where the guy is super high and he's that's Ty right now.
What are you talking about?
The conspiracy meme.
Oh, okay. You didn't describe it as a conspiracy meme. You described it as
Well,
okay.
I mean,
No, I do know what you're talking about now. Okay. I'm sorry, Tim. You have such an affinity for memes. Sometimes it takes me a little while to get up to your level. All right. Anything else post show, boys? Let me see if I got anything. Merch. So I am working on a couple new logos for some merch, just so that it's not just our goofy ass logo will be on some of the merch. Thank you, Ty, right there. But some stuff that you would be able to wear without someone being like, oh my God, why do you have a green demon goon man on your face or on your shirt or on your hat? So
if they don't know, give them a QR code.
yeah,
That's
that's true. We did almost get a subscriber at the Red Wings game on Saturday. So Embry made a joke and then some lady laughed. Actually, the whole section in front of us laughed. And he goes, hey, you guys know we have podcasts? So any new listeners because of the Red Wings game, what's up? Section M15 represent. But
you should have forced them to subscribe like I did that guy at the Michigan game.
you did the guy at the Michigan game. Nah, because we didn't. I was wearing a Wild jersey. We weren't trying to get in a fight. We were. That's all right.
That is true.
But so I'm working on a couple new logos. Once those get finalized, I will have proofs. Right now, we are planning on doing a baseball hat, like a snapback style baseball hat, a winter toque with like the palm puff beanie, a t-shirt, and then possibly a jersey order, depending on the interest in that. We will probably do it via like Google form or something like that, where you're gonna have to we'll iron out the details once everything's finalized. But it'll basically be like you fill out a Google form of what you want, how many you want, you include your name, your number, and your email, and then you're gonna probably end up paying through Venmo for them, and then we'll have to find out the best way to get them to you. We're going to try and get everything ordered by hopefully the middle-ish to I would like to get them ordered before like the 20th of November so that we can hopefully make sure we have them in time for the holidays for everyone. So that is the plan right now. Hopefully by next week's episode, we will actually have something ready to go. We'll have, what the designs are all going to look like for everybody. And then we can get everything ordered. Because if I had $1 for every time someone asked me about a fucking hat or a jersey, I swear to God, we'd never pay for ice again. It's insane. So I just want to get everybody all their stuff and then be done with it.
Yep.
All right, couple other things. I don't know if you guys saw it. You guys probably didn't because you don't follow Minnesota sports podcasts like I do. But there was a podcaster for a Minnesota podcast called 10,000 Takes. So, and he legally changed his middle name to Mick Golden, MICHGOLDEN, in the hopes of securing a Michelob Ultra Golden sponsorship. So we need to know who on this podcast
You.
is willing to legally change their
It's
middle
you.
name to LeBat. No,
You signed. It sounds like you signed up for
no.
it.
First of
Well-
all, no.
I have a better idea.
Yeah.
All in favor of it being Garrett?
All
Say
in favor
aye.
of being Garrett. Aye.
Aye.
Beautiful.
Garrett.
That's
Garrett Labatt Fridline.
Garrett Michael Labatt Blue Fridline. That's got a good ring
It's
to
got a
it.
good ring to it.
It does.
Or I'll tell you what, or this, Garrett, you can get out of this situation by naming your third child Labatt Blue.
Yeah.
I would be okay with that. Are we both okay with that?
That's
Yep.
a good offer too.
Okay. Cause that Labatt could be a boy or a girl name.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
I guess, yeah. I can
Yeah,
see it.
yeah. Did you guys see this video of the equipment manager on the bench at a game? I don't know what I think it was a Lightning game. I'll throw it up right here while we're
Oh,
talking.
switching sticks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the guy who it's like they have like the stick rack on the bench with everybody's stick, and everybody's got like 2 sticks or whatever. And he's just watching the game, and he has his hand back on the sticks, and whichever player is on his team touching the puck, he has his hand on their stick.
Yeah.
It's like a minute and 20 minutes. It's like a minute and 20-second long video, and it is mesmerizing to watch this guy just like go up and down these sticks. And I would assume he's doing that for the whole game. So
I'm
I
not
don't-
saying we're expecting that from Coach Hayes, but might be expecting that from
because I'll
Coach
tell you
Hayes
what.
going
No, because I'll
forward.
tell
He
you what.
wasn't even on the bench.
I'll tell you what fucking Coach Hayes is going to say. He's going to go, that's not a job for the head coach. That's a job for the assistant coach. Because that's what he fucking said when I told him to open up the door. It's like, we have 4.
Not a team guy.
We
Not
have
a
4.
team
We
guy.
have 4 coaches on this team. That's a job for the assistant coach.
That's a
But
great
that's
Tavis approach.
That's what he's. That's what he's going to say. So but listen, I'll tell you what, if you had said that to Matucci, he'd be like, yeah, dude, I'm working on it. And which I think he actually is. Because when I broke my stick, he tried to get me a stick and he's like, I just didn't know what stick was yours. So, I mean, he's trying. That's effort. That's what we like to see.
It sounds like he's coming for Tavis's job.
Listen, all I'm going to say is, what do we call what's the coach of the year? Whatever, the Jack Adams.
Yeah.
That's a year-long award. And that's another wild goal. That's another fucking Kaprizov goal. Let's go.
Midpoint, Sully's a goal.
I don't think this is going to be a runaway this year like it was last year.
I think it's going to be a runaway for in the other direction, Tim.
Good point.
Bold call.
But let me just say this. We had 2 coaches on the bench for the B2 game. That was the most actual coaching I've ever seen done at a Gooney Toons game in my life. Ian and Knack were like legit coaching people on the bench, like telling guys what to do on face-offs, telling guys where to be in like the neutral zone and in our D zone. It was actually very refreshing to see people that actually know about hockey actually doing coaching and not just 4 bums drinking beer and standing there and sometimes opening the door for people. Sometimes. I'm just saying. I'm just making an observation here.
4 bums drinking beer is a little harsh, Connor.
Okay, Ty, what would you call it?
4 bums drinking beer.
4 bums drinking beer. Sorry, Tabs. I tried to stick up for you.
I mean, it is.
Instead of the movie 4 Brothers, it's just going to be 4 bums.
4 bums and just put the 4 B1 coaches on the bench. Also, Tim, you're included in this. When you go to the B1 games, you don't do shit except stand on the bench. You don't coach. You don't open doors. You don't get sticks.
I'll start coaching more. Maybe I can get Ty to win some face-offs. And
That would be, dude, if there's anything you could do to get Ty to win a fucking face-off. We had, how many face-offs did we have 6-on-5 in the B2 game, Ty? How many face-offs? And Tim, I tried everything.
Hey, I'm going to go full LeBron on this one.
Tim.
Not 1, not 2, not 3.
Tim, I tried everything.
The one that I won back to you was just a little in front of you. You stood there and you watched it trickle back to you. And then he came through and he stole the puck and went the other direction. I don't want to hear shit from you, Connor.
I'm set up for a shot. My first step is going to be a slow first step. That guy is always coming to the puck, so his first step is always going to be
That sounds like
faster
an
than mine.
excuse.
All right, so hold on. So you were 1 for 6. Tim, I tried everything with this fucking guy. I was
2
like,
for
all right.
6.
I was like, Ty, win this clean on your backhand. Nope, that's never going to happen. Ty, win this clean on your forehand to JB. Nope, that's never going to fucking happen. I literally was like, Ty, don't even try to win the puck. just move forward and push the guy out of the way and let JB come and pick the puck up. That didn't fucking happen. Just
I mean,
icing after icing after icing after Garrett missing the net after icing.
It's okay.
we may have to
I'll
put
I'll
a
take the
tiny bit of
hater
this on coaching. I mean, after the first 5, they got to make a change.
Make
and
a
tell Garrett-
change.
Tell Garrett to take the face off.
Or Embry. Embry's pretty good
Yeah,
at draws.
yeah. He was
Embry's-
out there at the
he's,
end.
He's,
Yep.
he's a scrappy little draw, man. Let Ty get on one of the shots. Listen,
Keep it
Ty.
coming.
Listen, Ty. We let off.
Keep it coming.
Garrett got
No,
a lot
keep
of
coming.
Garrett got a lot of the
Keep coming.
shrapnel and the
That
in the
rat poison you guys are
post-game
feeding
That's not
me.
the first time Ty
It's
said
yummy.
that.
Attaboy, Timmy. All right. Anything else? That got derailed. I'll be honest. That's my favorite shit is when we start talking about team managers, equipment managers doing sticks, and we jump to shitting on one of each other. That's
That's a
the best-
golden moment.
That's the best,
Yeah.
part, best part of this stupid fucking show. I saw this hypothetical post. Do you think, and Garrett is included in this, even though he's not on tonight's show, do you think the 4 of us could win in a fight versus a bear? No weapons.
chance.
Together.
No weapon,
Together.
no
the
chance.
the four of us together. Now
No
hold
chance.
on. Do you think all 4 of us would die, or do you think some of us would live and some of us would die?
I'm pretty sure I can run faster than
No,
Garrett.
no. You can't run. It's either fight or die. Those are your options. It's either bear dies or Tim or all 4 of us.
Well, are
die.
we counting a victory as the bear dying, or are we counting a
Yes.
victory?
No, victory
as-
is bear dies.
Mm. Well, then by that standard, if
Well,
one
what
of us
kind of
lives,
bear?
then
What kind
we
of bear?
win.
So that's a good question, Tim, because you got black, you got grizzly, and you got polar. I think polar, no chance. Polar bear,
No chance.
no chance.
No chance against
Polar
Florida,
bear
no.
ruins all. The polar bear kills 2 of us. Boom. 2 seconds into the fight,
With
and
a
then
SWAT, yeah.
and then it's a 2-on-1, and I'm holding Tim in front of me, hoping like like Tim's giant ass head gets caught in the polar bear's mouth and he chokes to death. So polar bear, no. Black bear,
Grizzly bear, no.
I think
Grizzly
Up-
bears,
up-
they get like 8 feet tall, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they're pretty big.
Yeah, but okay, so he's 8 feet tall, and then we just get a couple guys behind him. We just tabletop his ass.
Do you know how heavy
And
a
then-
grizzly bear is?
And then once he's I don't know how
Those things are
heavy a grizzly
those
bear.
things are like
Clearly, I
800
don't-
pounds.
Clearly, I don't know.
And
Hold on. Hey, hold on. We're gonna look this up. Hold on. Average grizzly bear. Okay, here we go. I spelled that so wrong. Holy shit.
thanks, Google.
All right, so 600 pounds. Holy shit, they can run 35 miles an hour. Dude,
Yeah.
that's so fast.
We're so fucked.
Are you kidding
We're
me?
so fucked.
That's so fast. Are you 35 miles an hour? If I got hit by a car going 35 miles an hour, every bone in my body would break. And this car has teeth and claws. Now, all right, grizzly bear out.
Yep.
Is a
Now-
black bear smaller than a grizzly bear?
I
Yeah.
think so.
Yep.
All right, hold on.
But
We're gonna look up.
Is it
average
Hank? Is it Hank the bear?
No, I don't even know. No, probably not. Oh wait, Hank the Bear's. Oh, I know who you're talking about. No, it's not Hank the Tank. It is not Hank the Tank. Hold on, we're gonna go to Wikipedia, the web's #1. I just need to know
Source of all
average,
knowledge.
size. Here we go. Okay. Between 125 and 550 pounds. It gives it to me in fucking kilograms and meters, dude. God damn it.
Ty played in Canada. He can do that conversion real quick.
What is this? Adults typically range from 120 to 200 centimeters in head to body length. And okay, so hold on. So they're almost 7 feet long from nose to tail, and they're almost 4 feet tall, like 3.5 feet tall from ground to shoulder. So that's not that big. We could take a black bear. We could take a black bear.
Well, but yeah, I think we could. We'd definitely die of blood loss, though.
Well, no. One, if we fought a black bear, worst case scenario, we're going 2 for 4.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm saying a couple of us are gonna die from blood loss.
Oh, yeah, I'm fine. If Eric's cousin Garrett and Tim fucking die from a black bear attack, that might be what's best for this fucking show, Ty.
Yeah.
They've lived their lives. Let the young boys go on.
Let the young whippersnappers have their moment.
Exactly. Thank you. All right, now hold on. What about this?
Yeah, but if Garrett dies, how is his third child going to be named Labatt's?
I'll take care of that.
All right.
Yeah, I got it. Or I'll name my first child the bat.
Kelly, time to step up.
I know. Now, what about this? Do you guys think we'd have a better chance, the four of us against a polar bear, or the four of us against a shark in the water?
Polar bear. 100%.
No, sharks do not want to eat people unless they absolutely have to.
Oh my God, Tim! It's a fucking
Well, we're-
hypothetical.
it's
You just gotta
hypothetical.
boop it
We're
on the
talking-
nose.
Tim,
You just
in
gotta
this
boop it on the
Tim,
nose.
in
You're
this
fighting
hypothetical,
Jaws.
Tim, in this hypothetical, the shark wants to kill you. That's where
You're fighting Jaws, bro.
this is
In the
called
water.
This is called in the water. Let's say you're in a 20-foot deep pool. And the pool
You're
is like
fucked.
big. Like you're in like a 20-foot deep SeaWorld style pool where the shark has space to maneuver.
Yeah.
I think we'd have better chance against a polar bear. I think in
I
the water,
agree.
I think
In
in
the
the water, there's no way you're taking out a
Yeah.
shark. Tim's strategy of booping it on the nose.
That was so cute.
I don't know if I believe that Tim can swim. Ty, you were at Bud Bash. Does Tim have to wear floaties when he goes in the lake?
Good thing Bud Bash is only hip deep, so I
Yeah.
honestly cannot answer that.
Well,
Tim, can you swim?
No, I'm a decent swimmer. I don't have the cardio in swimming though.
So even more of a reason that we'd lose instantly.
But does anybody other maybe John Hagen is the only one that has swimming cardio?
on the team.
Yeah.
At the moment,
yeah,
Or
at
are
the
you saying-
moment. Like
No,
if this
John,
hypothetical is gonna be right,
doesn't have swimming cardio at the moment. Are you fucking kidding me?
he can he's
Also,
gonna be
I mean,
he's
you
gonna
don't
be
need
the most
you don't
efficient.
necessarily need swimming cardio. You just need to swim long enough to allegedly boop a shark on the nose. I also don't know. I like a bear you can punch. Like a bear doesn't have like hide. It has, like fur, but you could like punch and kick a bear. I don't know if any of us could punch hard enough to kill a shark, especially in the water.
no.
So that's
And I have no idea how fast they swim on average, but
so-
no way in hell are we
so
winning
fast.
that one.
I would imagine a shark swims faster than 35 miles an hour. I'm just gonna say
Probably.
that. So
We'd be SOL.
all right.
Yeah.
So what
And-
we base to determine is that we're just kind of a bunch of pussies. So, but that's
Yeah.
fine.
No, yeah, it is what it is.
You
I'll tell
find
what
me.
we could.
You find me 4 men that say they can beat a bear, and I'll show you 4 liars.
Yeah, exactly. They probably say they hate Nickelback too.
Hey, Nickelback's tour is starting to come out. They're starting to add some dates, so stay tuned. Gooney Tunes trip.
No
Oh
way.
yeah.
We're
Yes,
doing a
no,
Nickelback tour.
Yes, we are.
Oh
Dude.
yeah.
Where? Okay,
Oh,
let me ask you
yeah.
this: where is the farthest you would drive to see Nickelback? If, like, let's say they weren't coming to Detroit, would you drive to Columbus?
Oh yeah.
Would you drive to Chicago?
How far was that? 5 hours?
Like 5.5, 6.
Yes.
So I drove to Indiana for a concert before, and that was a pretty easy drive.
Indianapolis.
Yeah.
That's like 4.5, 5.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think with a car full of dudes, we could make Chicago no problem.
Okay, so you're in for
Yeah.
Chicago. I mean, I would imagine they're definitely gonna be in Chicago, so I can't think of anywhere else that's farther. All right, that's good to know.
We'll be there.
They're definitely gonna come to Detroit, but you guys think you're gonna actually get a lot of guys to go to a Nickelback concert?
I know of at least 4 of us that would go right now.
Oh my
Yep.
god. We might need to make a third Gooney Tunes team, like the anti-Nickelback team.
Oh, the liar team, you say?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
The Goonie Liars.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, boys. Anything else?
Yeah. Tune in next week for a family night announcement.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Potential family night announcement coming next week.
That's what we call a tease.
Tim's done this before. Also, so this is episode 40. 10 episodes away from 50. We got to figure out something to do with 50. I think I did the math, and I think that's going to be like sometime that might be right around Yeti Cup. So we might end up doing like a live group pod from the cabin or from the Yeti Cup. That's kind of what I'm thinking we might end up doing.
We could have
like
some guys step in for quick little shifts.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's kind of that was kind of my thought. I don't know if that timeline exactly lines up, but I think it's going to be sometime in mid to late January, depending on how many we do over the holidays. So that's kind of what it's going to come down to. But yeah, 10 episodes away. It's crazy. Like the stat everyone loves throwing around is like 90% of podcasts only have one episode, and we're on 40. So as much as we like say this is stupid and dumb, it's pretty cool that we're able, that we keep doing this, and that literally anybody but us listens to it is insane.
We'll figure out the summer shit.
Well, I don't think anybody I mean, frankly, I don't know what we would talk about, and I don't think anybody wants to listen to us.
We can do a once a month kind of thing.
Yeah,
is my thinking.
The summer got a little bit crazy this year. We had a bunch of different schedules and people doing all sorts of shit. I think if we did one up at Bud Bash, that would be a pretty solid. I mean,
what time at Bud Bash?
Yeah, we have to see the moon at Bud Bash.
We'd have to do it. We'd have to do a breakfast recording at Bud Bash.
I don't know if we want to do a breakfast recording at Bud Bash either.
Well, then I kind of feel like there's just no time that you could do it at Bud Bash.
That's probably for the best.
All right, fair enough. All right, we're just throwing out ideas, but yeah, I think you're right. I think during the summer we'll try and do some more. But obviously, we're glad everybody is back for the hockey season, and if you haven't already, this is your first time here. Welcome, and congratulations! You have 39 more glorious episodes that you can listen to whenever you want. I'm sure they're going to hold up really well. But yeah, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe to the YouTube and the Twitter and the Instagram. We are also on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. If you want to listen and drive and not have to have YouTube open, that's dangerous. And nothing else, boys. We will.
Fan Greg, get your shit together. Come on.
Well said.
Greg, that's 2 weeks in a row. He hasn't thanked you for your service, which he loves.
I have it
no,
right here.
I know. Yeah, he had you.
I say, don't you dare.
He wants to wave it, Greg. He loves waving that thing. We'll see you this week, Greg. We'll talk to everybody next week. Go Gooney Tunes.
Thank you for tuning into Toon Talk. Please remember to share, like, and subscribe to Gooney Toons Hockey. And tune in next week for more Gooney Toons content and hockey news.